Hey, you know what? When you're a guy like me who's pretty mediocre and average looking, and you got a beautiful bride and she says, I want a new door, you're going to come up with a new door. You know why? Because you want to make her happy, okay? So, I want to share with you a door that I made. Now, it's made out of hickory, and it's got lots of different joints to it, and it's got this beautiful arch shape on it. Now, what do you know about regular doors? They're rectangular in shape. So how do you take an opening for a rectangular door and put a rounded top door in there? Well, you got to figure out a solution, right? After all, you went through all the trouble of making the door to keep the beautiful wife. So you got to be creative. Did you know that one of the biggest complaints from corporations today is that people do not know how to creatively solve problems? Well, that's why I invented the Crazy Mug Project. Come over here. So, we're going to take an everyday problem, which is that we need to have something to drink out of, right? And we're going to create it, in such a way that it is not only a one-of-a-kind mug, but that it's a creative solution. All right? Now, obviously, why are we filming the dog?
Because he's cute.
Anyway, obviously, this is not an everyday problem for you to have to figure out a creative solution to making a mug. But it is going to be a real life problem for you in whatever career you decide to, pursue someday, okay? You are going to have to creatively solve problems. And it's a big complaint from corporations today that they can't find people who can do this, okay? Now, this is what we call a minion mug, okay? It was made for my second daughter, Lana Bear. What I want to point out to you about this minion mug is not only is it easy to drink out of still, but the foot is really creative on the bottom. This is also a good place to put a personal message of some kind if you're making it for someone, okay? Now, so think about that when you're making yours. Now, some mugs get pretty outlandish, and no one is obviously going to drink out of this, and that's perfectly fine. Nobody has to drink out of the mug that you're going to make. But if they're going to use it for anything, you need to make sure that it works for that purpose, okay? This one lost a lot of weight underneath here, which is good, because we don't want it to blow up. Some of your Fish's Islands blew up, and it's because they were too thick. Now, this one, of course, is seasonal. It's something we just pull out of the cupboard for Christmas. And I've given these out lots of times for Christmas presents. You'll notice that I creatively incorporated the scarf into the handle, okay? The handle is one of the really cool things about this project that you can create. It has to have a handle, so try and incorporate it into the design. If it doesn't have a handle, it's not a mug, okay? But just so you know, this would count as a handle. Now, with that said, one of the other neat things about this project is that it actually has a hole on the inside, but it allows for steam to come out of the corncob pipe when you have hot chocolate in there. So that's pretty cool. Your mug cannot have a sippy straw on it, just so you know, okay? So it has to just be one big opening. No sippy straws. Now, you can also just take something that's kind of iconic and incorporate it and turn it into a mug, such as like this Iron Man or Iron Patriot mug that I made here. Once again, notice that the foot follows the rim, okay? All of them have foots. Make sure you have a foot. It's got to have a foot, it's got to have a handle, it's got to be creative, all right? I'm not going to show you how to make one because you already know how to do it, all right? You've incorporated, you can incorporate skills from not only making a mug, but making your fish and shaping it. And if you need any help, I'm there for you. Good luck. Are we still filming? Why?
Because you're cute.
Aww. Give me the phone.